everyone, welcome back to Camonia Designs. If you're new here, I'm Sandra. Thanks for joining me today for a new video. So we're going to do something different. Today I'm going to teach you how to use these markers and pens to create a very simple, basic hand lettering calligraphy style. I use these pretty much all the time and they're really fun to do for practice. So if you'd like a video that's more in depth about each of the pens that I use, which ones are my favorite and how they work, then leave me a comment below to let me know specifically what you're interested in learning, and I'll be happy to make that video for you. All right, let's get started. My favorite way to practice hand lettering is to either write my name or someone else's name and just try different versions of it. I chose to do this for my mom since I was working on this on Mother's Day. Hi Mom, happy Mother's Day. I decided I would use the Tombow Dual Brush Pen. I'm using the brush side and I'm just gonna write my mom's name. I try to add some flourish. I'm not the best at flourishes yet, and that's just those curly cues and squigglies that sometimes are on ends of or beginnings of letters, but I really write super slow. Again, this is sped up ×2. I believe I made it ×2, so I was writing super slow, and also sometimes you need to take even more breaks than I'm taking. So anytime you make a stroke, like right there, you stop. You make another stroke and stop. I normally stop and kind of readjust my pen, make sure I'm holding it properly. The slower you go, the better it'll look, until you're like really good at it. But even people that are good at it, I don't think they rush through it at all. I'm not an expert, by the way. I've only been doing this for the last couple of years. I taught myself, but that's how I do it. I practiced writing my family members' names over and over again. I used it to do all my headers in my bullet journal. I used it to just, make labels at home. So all kinds of little things. I just felt like trying and practicing, and anytime I had a marker that was really hard to use, I tried to use it at least once every day and write some kind of calligraphy with it. And if I didn't know what to write, I would just write my name. It's great practice, and it really helps my progress from my first bullet journal to my current bullet journal. I started in October of 2017, and today when I look at that calligraphy, it's a little cringy to me, but other people think it looks good. But now that I can do hand lettering like this, I think that one was pretty bad. So if you're interested in seeing that, make sure you click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to select the notification bell so you won't miss that video when it comes out. And if you have any questions about anything that I talked about in this video, feel free to put in a comment below and let me know. I'm going to be making more tutorial videos like this, some of them probably more in depth, but yeah, so feel free to tell me what you'd like to see, and I'll be happy to make those videos. Real quick, what I did is after I wrote the name, I just used a very light Tombow marker in a gray. I think it was an N95, and I just made the shadows, which is simply for me what I do is I go to the right side of each stroke because I assume or I choose to place my light source on the left side, and so all my shadows are going to be on the right of each letter. So on in between the letters and on the side of the letters, and this is a different effect that I don't do all the time, but when I use the gray, I use that as just to keep a space between the black line and the green line. So I try to do that without putting the gray in between, but then sometimes the lines aren't consistent, sometimes they're too close to the letter, the black line. So this trick here, if you use something even lighter than what I used, it makes you really give the illusion that it's just a shadow pushed off to the side of the word. That's it. And so when I'm done, I like to add highlights. If you've even seen anything on my Instagram page, you'll know I love to use the highlights. And so this is what I do when I do it naturally. I use the Uni-Ball Signo. It's a white gel pen, but your paper has to be dry. So this wasn't fully dry when I tried it, because I was losing daylight and I didn't want the video to be too dark. But I put these little highlights on the top left of the letter usually, or the top left and top right kind of of each letter, and I just put like a little line and a couple of dots, and I will go over it a few times. If the paper was wet, then the white it seeps into the other ink, so I have to go over it a couple of times, but it's easy enough to do. Once you do this, then it looks like shiny letters. It's a very easy, simple trick, and I use it almost all the time, maybe too much, but that's how it's done. So here it is, guys. Thanks for watching this video. Again, if you enjoyed it, make sure to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell if you don't want to miss anything new from me. And here are a few other videos from me that you might enjoy checking out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.